Hello and welcome to another Overlord lore video, and today we are going to take a look at the nations and people Ainz Ooal has subjugated or vowed to his side, because it is those very nations that are now supporting the invasion of the Sorcerer Kingdom against the Kingdom of Ainz. But before we are going to do so, let me thank my Patreons for supporting this channel, as well as all users of the YouTube thanks function who made one-time donations. Also, please check out my fantasy channel, you will find the link down in the description. And with that said, let's get started with the topic and Ainz Ooal's first ally. Ainz Ooal really, and I mean really, wanted to ally himself with Jerknith and his nation, and he saw the Emperor as a role model, in a very literal sense, considering that he spied on Jerknith via the mirror of remote viewing, and then emulated parts of his routine and behavior. That's also why he gets undressed and dressed by his regular mates now, or why he changes outfits now so frequently. But sadly, Ainz Ooal's brilliant display of obliviousness had been seen as so threatening that Jerknith offered his empire as a vassal state to the Sorcerer Kingdom, and ever since that day, he is politically dependent on them, and has to implement the laws, reforms and regulations that Albedo deems necessary. Next in line, we have the Dragon Kingdom. Now, this hasn't been explained in the novels either, but we know that Raudilon Auriculus, by the way, that's not her, that's Snowy from Fire Emblem, but we know that Raudilon Auriculus and her nation, which is made up of humans by the way, suffers greatly from the invasion of the Beastmen, who already have conquered major population centers and eat humans in a lavish feast. And normally the Dragon Kingdom would be aided by the slain theocracy. Because of that, Raudilon paid tribute to the nation. They usually sent one of their scriptures in order to drive the Beastmen back. But for some reason Raudilon don't understand. The theocracy hasn't even sent the Sunlight scripture, because unbeknownst to her, Ainz dealt with it at the very start of the anime and the novels. And considering that, spoiler alert for the Overlord movie, that it was the Sorcerer King himself who defended the Holy Kingdom from a similar Beastman invasion under the Demon Emperor Yaldabaoth, we can speculate that Raudilon either supports the Sorcerer Kingdom politically in order to receive similar aid in the future, or because the Dragon Kingdom is already receiving something in return. And since Raudilon is able to cast wild magic, she actually has Ainz a lot to offer, because runecraft is just the magic of the dwarves, and Ainz went head over heels for it, while wild magic is the magic of the very dragon lords that used to rule this world. And speaking of the dwarves, while it had taken the kingdom some time and searching in the archives, they managed to identify one of the signatures as that of the Dwarf Kingdom. And with that, the fact that it had been in decline for decades is also apparent, considering just how little outside contact the nation apparently had. But now it had begun to rise again, and now that Feo Berkanas reconquered, that Feo Raido is safe, that Feo Taivas could be rebuilt, and that the dragons and the frost giants and the Quagoa are all serving Ainz Ooal now, and that the Sorcerer Kingdom is their most important trade partner and ally, they too support and legitimize the declaration of war against Ainz, which now leaves us with the last signature. That will be completely alien to those who only watch the anime, the signature of the Holy Kingdom and of the spiritual leader. This was something of great importance in the 14th novel, that plays out right after the 12th and the 13th novel, that will be turned into the standalone movie. During the 684 pages, we saw the rise of Nea Baraya, from a squire to a cult leader, who holds immense sway in the northern part of the Holy Kingdom, since the regent of the Holy Kingdom itself is also extremely loyal to the Sorcerer King, for reasons I won't spoil here, and the population of the northern part of the Holy Kingdom was also very thankful to the Sorcerer King at the end of Volume 13. The Holy Kingdom would also have supported the Sorcerer King politically if they were not involved at all. But since the attack of the grain transport carried out by Philip directly endangered food security of the still war-ravaged nation, the Holy Kingdom had a direct and personal problem with the Kingdom of Ainz now. And with all of that said, I hope you now have a better overview and understanding why the various nations supported the declaration of war the Sorcerer Kingdom issued against the Kingdom of Ainz. And with that said, I say thank you very much for watching and special thanks to Bad Guy Ye, Bad Burrito 316, B Zer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Duckwagon, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Feral Shivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Legendarius, Lelouch Free Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Mervek, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Normal Toad, O'Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantum, Personage, Primus 11, Cune Caracos P, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rock Ed Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, and Zonegon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon on my next video.